So here is an A-Class 32-foot RV rented from Road Bear RV, which we picked up in Los Angeles, drove up the Pacific Coast Highway, came over to Yosemite where we are now, just outside it, and then we're going to return it to Oakland, just outside San Francisco. As you can see, there are two slides out on this particular model. We will see how these work when we go inside. Moving to the right side of the vehicle, we have one single entry door, and there is also a canopy which extends over. That is powered by electric motors, so it's easy to extend, provides shade and plenty of storage compartments on the side too. Moving up the stairs, we immediately come to the cabin where there's a driver's seat and a passenger seat. Both of these seats are rotatable around by 90 degrees, and there is a platform there where you can install a small table. It's an automatic transmission, and there is over here a screen which you can use to connect your Bluetooth device and play music. There's no sat-nav on this particular edition, and there's air conditioning controls and heating controls there too. There is a table in the passenger seat if you want to pull that out. That's quite convenient for working on or the like. Immediately on top of the cab we have a first sleeping area which is big enough for two people, with plenty of storage around the sides as well, with these nets to hold everything in place. And then moving around, this is a couch which folds out into the second bed, and convenient storage compartments on top, as well as some smaller compartments down by the window. All the windows, these low windows, you can open, and they have fly nets as well. This is the third bed, which is converted into a table, as we will see shortly. Moving around to the kitchen area, we have a large work surface and a sink, and at the back of the work surface, this plinth underneath there is a television which lifts up. There's an aerial on the roof, or you can connect it to a DVD player. Remember, it's NTSC, not PAL, so make sure you have the right DVDs to play in that. Storage compartments on top, as well as on top of the microwave and the fridge freezer, and cupboard underneath, as well as pull-out drawers, and it comes with various kitchen implements in there as well. There's also a power cables over there, power connectors over there, mains power connectors. Moving over to this side of the kitchen, we have the hob and the oven. Decent sized oven. The only drawback of this oven is when it is on, the heat comes out of the back, so therefore when you're using the oven it gets very hot in the RV. One way of mitigating that is to use the air conditioning unit, which has a main unit over there, and then smaller vents around the ceiling. There are 6 vents in this, small vents in this room, as well as some extractor fans over here, so this lifts up, as well as this one over here. There's quite a large powerful fan for removing excess heat, but it still, if you leave the RV for the day, it will get very hot. The fridge and freezer are very large, and that is a freezer space. Hopefully you can see there's lots of space in there, as well as space in the door. And similarly, the fridge has plenty of storage space as well. Always best to get these things as cold as you can before you get moving, or to put the food in while it is cold. This is the main control panel, where you can test what the status of various devices. We have over here, this is sliding, extending, retracting. So as you push this, it actually retracts and extends. The water pump is for use when you're not connected to the mains water. We are at the moment, so that light goes on over there, and then this is for a heater for the hot water. You can test your levels, so this is the propane over there, 2/3 full. The battery is fully charged at the moment because we collected to the mains. Fresh water is full. The black water is also full, needs emptying, we'll do that shortly, and the grey water is 2/3 full. So you can check the status of those. This is the controller for both the furnace, the heating, as well as the air conditioning. So sliding it onto cool, you get the air conditioning unit will fire up. You can hear that's quite noisy. Similarly, if you put it on the heat, it does kick in. You get the air coming out, gets sucked in through that vent and other vents around the sides, and also in the back room as well. We'll turn that off while we are filming. It takes a while just for that to turn off while the heat dissipates from the heating. Moving into the shower, quite a large shower I have to say, and quite easy to control. There's actually a neat little switch on there, so once you've got the right temperature, if you push the little black knob at the top, that will stop the water coming through once you decide you've achieved the right temperature. Opposite from there we have the toilet. Here is the toilet. Again, there is a very useful vent and a fan on the top. Just turn that off, which is useful as it is quite a small room, but plenty of storage both around the side and underneath, and there is a nice mirror too. Quite convenient. The flushing, you flush by pushing down on the side. There is a foot switch which flushes it. No more details required there. Hangers on the here and over there for your towel too. Moving into the rear room, this is the master bedroom, as it were, a double bed with storage compartments on top. Very large storage and hangers space in this triple cupboard over there. 2 drawers there, not underneath, the 3rd drawer over there, and a television as well. More power sockets and very conveniently USB sockets too. Again, the extend and retract button is there, so if we retract that, you can see just about how it moves in to retract it. So I'll just push it out. Whilst we have been in here, my assistants have returned into the day arrangements. Here we have the diner area, reasonable size for 4 people. You can't get any more than 4 people around it though. Is the couch, which is quite comfortable with seat belts, so you can get 3 or maybe 4 smallish people on there. And the bed has been retracted, so you have the full area above the luggage, above the driver area there, with some more storage for putting useful documents in there too. Moving outside, I'm going to show those who haven't used an RV before how the waste system is operated. So you will see this is a site with full hookup, which have the blue pipe is the water, the black cable is electricity. Water connects to the mains water, city water supply, and then we have the waste pipe as well. Just to demonstrate how the waste pipe works, you have to connect it with this nice Rhino pipe, which is extending, concertina extending, and then inside, once you connect it up, the end of it very conveniently screws in place, so it's not going to fly out when you operate it. So to look away now if you don't want to see what comes out of these things. We have the black water and the grey water. The black water comes from the toilet and the grey water comes from everywhere else. So the procedure is pull out the black water, you can hear it gushing through, and this, for some reason I decided to give you a nice clear tube so you can see what's coming out, but you get used to that. As you can see, the tube does snake around, so it's always best to keep it in a nice straight line, and very often you'll find some rocks nearby. See, it's empty now, so what we do now is we will pull out the grey water to flush out. So you can see there is some brown stuff going through, but after a couple of seconds it comes out nice and clear. That is the water from the shower, the sink in the bathroom and the sink in the kitchen. And once that is empty, and if we were to go inside and check the levels on the control panel, you'll see that it would show as probably a third full still. For some reason it never seems to show as fully empty. So that is the simple procedure. Obviously when you move away you have to unhook, so you take away the power cable, you will disconnect the waste pipe and disconnect the water pipe. They're all stored in compartments underneath, and then you're off on your way. And the last thing I suppose to show here, well, there's more compartments. This is a generator. We've used that on a couple of occasions when we haven't been connected to the mains power supply. All in all, it's a fun way to travel, so I would recommend it. This is the second time we've done it. Last time we had a C class, this time I had an A class, but a thoroughly enjoyable experience, and travel in relative comfort and enjoy your vacation or holiday. Thank you.